Hey you guys, so I am at the airport right now and something just happened and I wanted to come on video to tell you the story because it is very relevant to what I've talked to you about before, which is meeting women offline or conversing and how to exchange contact. So let me tell you about it. And as you can see, I really am at the airport, so I'm sorry if you hear announcements in the background. So as you can see, I have a piece of paper right here. And this piece of paper has someone's first name and phone number on it. But here's the thing, I didn't ask for it. So here's how the story went, and there are 2 points I want to make about it, which is in regards to any kind of meeting offline situation. It's always about the conversation and then how you continue the connection afterwards. So the story goes, I'm on the way to the airport and this is my Lyft driver. Now Lyft drivers are known for being pretty sociable, but the way he approached the conversation was smooth and very personable, and it made me feel safe and comfortable. So what he did was he utilized what he already knew and what we had in common, which was that I was going to the airport, so he knew that, asking where I was going, and I said Vegas. And so it was from there, it's like, oh, because they have a lot of shows, talking about shows, and then that transitioned to dance groups and such and such. So overall, it was a good conversation filled with curiosity and just sharing interests. So I didn't question him at all. Now, here's where it gets tricky. So obviously, in that case, there was interest there from him. And when I was leaving, I was grabbing my luggage, and as I was doing so, he was still in the car, but then I took my luggage, I closed the trunk, and as I started walking away, he ran towards me and literally just shoved this piece of paper in my left hand, which was the only hand that was free. And I was just so in shock, and like, what, this piece of paper? And then after that, he started walking back to his car. I'll pause. And as he was walking back to his car, he started saying, hey, there's my number, like, text me, and I mean, we could talk about dance groups, we could talk about, I mean, if you want any kind of recommendations for Vegas, or, just chat. Like, a very quick getaway, I guess you would say. And he was saying this as he was walking back, and then he went back in his car and drove off. I didn't even have a chance to respond. So, did that work? No. And yes, you guys know that I am taken. So either way, the contact or the connection wouldn't have followed through, probably. But if I was a single person and if there was interest there, he ruined it at the very end. What you're supposed to do when you're trying to exchange contact is ask the lady. You can't force anything on her. And honestly, you would want to get her contact so you can connect with her because you're interested. But if you give the contact to a lady and let her have that power, usually it doesn't happen. It just doesn't. You can ask to exchange, but in the sense of giving her your contact, that usually doesn't, sorry guys, that usually doesn't happen unless she's extremely. So the best way to handle that scenario at the very end, when the conversing so far has been good, is just saying, hey, I had a really great time talking with you, and I'm curious if, you would want to exchange contact to, keep this up because I have questions, things like that. All I'm saying is at least ask. Let her, if she's not comfortable yet, if she wants to say no, she says no. But by asking, you're making her feel a bit more secure. No lady ever wants anything forced upon her like that. So, I mean, like I said, I am taken. So even if he did ask, I would have said, oh, I'm sorry, I can't exchange contact, I'm taken. However, if it was a different scenario, and if I was single and interested, I'm pretty sure any woman would at least appreciate being asked. All right? So just wanted to I can't even talk. It was a flight, guys. That's what happens after flight. So 2 things I want to leave you with in summary. One is when it comes to the conversing, always using the environment that you have because that's what you have in common. Starting the conversation from there, transitioning from there so it's not awkward or random, being curious, asking the right questions, having that kind of flow in a conversation, and then when it comes to the end and connection, ask to exchange contact, give a reason to exchange contact, and that's how you would usually do it if you were to meet someone offline. All right? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to actually get to my actual destination instead of being in this airport right now. So I'll see you guys in another video.